Welcome and good day to Folk Us. Yes, a dedicated program to folk music from around the world. Tonight's special guest is controversial American New Age country folk singer singing Wolf Handle.
Hello, Jim.
Welcome to Folk Us, Mr. Wolf Handle.
Well, thank you.
It's very nice of you to appear on our program.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
We have some interesting questions for you tonight from all about your interesting works that have been coming out of your studio, singing horses, for the last 3 years.
Thank you. Yes, I'll be very keen to discuss those questions.
Well, singing at night, which is a particular skill of yours, I'm quite baffled about this, but it helped you sell 3 million albums, and I'm sure our fans as well as myself would like to hear more about singing at night.
Well, Jim, it all started when I used to sit out on the rocks just above our encampment, which was outside the Indian reservation. They wouldn't allow me in. I'll discuss that later in the program. But yeah, I would sit on the rocks, and the coyotes under the moon, we'd all sit around, and I would sing this little simple song. If I show you, I'll play on these humble pipes here.
Yeah, fascinating, Mr. Handle.
The song goes like this. Oh, Mr. Coyote, won't you please stop?
Wow.
Thank you.
That was a very emotive song.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that. I'm sure everybody out there would be fascinated by your fantastic sounds.
They sure would. I'll just put my pipes down here, Jim, but I'll pick those up in a bit.
Sure. I hear that your famous rain dance was not enough for you as a person, and although you captured the northern part of the hemisphere, the American hemisphere, that is,
I did.
You were not satisfied with this, and you went on to Sundance your way around the South.
I certainly did, Jim. Back in the summer of 1992, I helped Bill Clinton in his campaign for the Democratic candidacy for president by traveling on a small wheeled box.
A wheeled box?
Yes, Mr. Clinton himself, he would drag me around by this rope attached to the box, and he would have me play some rousing
Richard
music.
Nixon?
Richard, that was a long time back. And
yeah, I heard.
I didn't do much work with
I also
Richard.
hear from the interview that you did in England with Mr. Jonathan Wass.
Yes, he's a very nice man.
You actually let slip some interesting information, personal information about yourself, that you're actually allergic to horses and butter. Horses and butter, I tell you. I mean, wow. You must be like 1 in a trillion people, you know.
Well, horses and butter, that's the thing. It's been something that I've struggled with for a number of years. Generally, if horses and butter are not in the same place at the same time, I'm fine. But I was on the horse the other week, and I galloped into a large van containing butter, and I came out in this god-awful rash. So I've not gone riding for some time, Jim.
Well, I hear that your latest works involve...
Jim, I must just say, I've noticed that throughout this interview, you've acquired almost a similar accent to myself. I just thought this might be worth pointing out.
Well, I am a very sympathetic kind of guy. When I go to, say...
It's very kind of you,
yeah,
Jim.
when I go to Australia...
I feel more at home now.
Yeah, when I go to Australia and I'm interviewing someone, say, like, an Australian, I kind of have that...
Excuse me, Jim.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, Jim. Things seem to be coming a bit undone over here.
Yeah, well, so your latest
Do you
work...
mind if I just readjust my bandana, Jim?
So your latest works, I've noticed that on the album, it actually concentrates on animal noises.
Yes, Jim. This is something I've been very keen on for a number of years, for many personal reasons. As you may remember from my album, Weasels in the Grapevine, I was very keen on using the actual sounds of weasels in a grape press.
Yeah, well, the music on the second album, the third song, the music of Chunder, Monkey Chunder, I think Monkey Chunder music.
That was good.
Which was a fabulous song.
That was nice to do. That was a nice song to do.
My favorite song.
For that song, Jim, I waited on a riverbank and I waited for that beaver to come out of that log dam so that I could urinate in its eye, and I had to wait almost 3 days for that event to happen, and to actually get that down on a microphone was, I think, a technical achievement.
I thought it was a fantastic achievement. And this is, it's been fantastic interviewing you, and I'm afraid we're out of time, but
yes,
eventually we'll come back to you. And thank you, Mr. Wolfhandel. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
This fantastic interview.